Naz, thanks for chatting with us. What are your thoughts on today's game?
A good professional performance in the end. They started well. We came back into it first half, and second half I think we were probably the team most likely to take the 3 points, but wasn't to be today. Not a perfect performance, but a good battling one from the lads, and we show great attitude and great togetherness to stick to the task at hand. And if you're not going to win that game, you certainly don't throw away the points. And professional to see it out in the end.
When you kind of have a day or two to Byron, okay. When you have a day or two to kind of reflect on today's game, will you see it as a point gained or 2 dropped?
Definitely a point gained. I don't think we've dropped points. We obviously weren't in a winning position at any point, so a point gained. We will be a little bit frustrated that we didn't do more with the ball at times and cut them open a little bit more, but as I say, if it's not your day, you just stick to task and do the dirty side of it well, and I thought the boys did that today, and we limited them to a few chances really.
It felt like as the game wore on, it was probably only going to be us that went on to win it. What do you attribute that kind of the change of momentum to in the game? Is it something that you feel as the game wears on?
I was definitely aware of it, particularly early in the first half. Just a change. We made a tactical change. We put 2 sitters and Danny as a 10. That maybe stopped them having a free man in midfield at times. And I just thought the 2 boys in front of us just bossed the game on loose balls. It allowed Scotty and Kel to go and join in a little bit more at times, which creates other problems for the opposition. But I'm not sure if that's the one change that caused it. The boys just, as I say, had a great attitude to what we were doing today and really stuck to task and had a real go at it.
If you were offered a win and 2 draws from your first 3 games, would you probably take it?
Yeah, definitely. Coming up for division and being new to the league in different circumstances to normal. I think if you said you're unbeaten after the first 3 and you'd got 4 points from your first 2 home games, I think you'd be happy. We obviously want to make this place a fortress, in particular when there's fans here, but for the time being, while there's no one here, we've got to make our home form count as we did last season, and teams won't enjoy coming here most afternoons, so that's something we've got to look to do, and it's a pleasing start, and we've got to make sure that we take it on now.
And for you personally, you've had to be a little bit patient waiting for your opportunity to get back into the team, and you did so today with the captain's armband and the defence a lot more solid than last week. You must be pleased.
Yeah, that's pleasing. It's my job if I come in there to organise and make sure people are doing the jobs that they're supposed to be doing, and I thought I did that today. As you say, I was out of the team and you've got to be patient. I spoke to the gaffer, he said essentially that, make sure you're ready for if you get your opportunity, and one came my way last weekend and I think I did alright when I came on, so I certainly had a bit of an impact in the game, if I can say that, so that's pleasing, and it's just football, chances come and go, and you've got to be ready for any opportunity that comes your way.
You were one of kind of the few players who was here last time we were in this division. Does it feel different this time? Is it a different experience being an Argyle player in League One now? Yeah,
I think it's not necessarily the league that we're in. I think any of the boys, if you ask them from that period of time to now, there's been a big change from certainly like the way the management team interact with everyone and the way that the club now feels a bit more together. We were going through, the club was in a real period of change. We were in porta cabins over there. Everything was just that bit disjointed and it wasn't together, and certainly the gaffer has got the group together and got the club together, and that only makes it just feel that bit more special, so it's completely different.
And finally, a kind of stock question at this period in life, no fans in the stadium, your voice was probably the loudest that anyone could hear in the stadium. What is that like to play in?
Strange, odd at times, but it is what it is. Same for everyone. We're a few games in now. We're kind of used to it. You've just got to try and almost generate your own atmosphere. You can have advantages of that. The lads can hear the encouragement. The opposition can hear you being right up against them. Whereas sometimes in a packed stadium, things go amiss and you can't hear information and stuff doesn't get passed on. So there's pros and cons to it, but the sooner we get fans back in, the better.
But it was today sort of one of those kinds of games where, if you look back to last season, that maybe the Stevenage game where we were on top but not creating a lot of chances, and of course you scored the last minute winner. The crowd was crazy. Would the crowd have made a difference today, do you think?
Probably, yeah. That little push to get you over the line, the little bit of pressure that they put on the team that's come here, it does make a difference. And sometimes, you might miss that in games. There's been loads of ridiculous scorelines in matches up and down the country, and I think that's part of there's no fans in. It's strange, but definitely particularly heading back to our end. You would say that you get a bit more pressure, they drop a little bit deeper because that's what happens. Yeah, they could have got us over the line today, but as I say, it's the situation we're in, and we just deal with it as best we can.
A few of the lads took knocks there. Obviously, Lewis had to come off in the first half, and Coops has got a hole in the back of his head. How are they all bearing up ahead of Hull next week?
As far as I know, Coops is fine. Not too sure on Lewis. I'm not sure if it's serious or if it was a precautionary one. Coops has come out, made a great tip away from their striker's head, and I'm not sure if it's Kell's nose or Clarkie's elbow or what it is, but something's gashed him down the side of the head, and it's just a nice welcome into professional football, isn't it?
Certainly is. Thanks for chatting to us.